Hey there, y'all. Been a long time. But it was like a 2 year span, something like that. Yeah, I guess I was like doing some time off, focusing on job. I moved into a new place. Yeah, here I am again, right? So yeah, in a 2 year span, like my collection has grown up so much. Yeah, I've been continuing collecting, haven't stopped doing that, just stopped doing videos because I saw it like let's try it out and see what it comes out of it. So yeah, basically now I'm gonna show you guys like how much my record collection has grown, and basically yeah, we'll get to it like in a moment. A few of some records here, like I have a feeling they've appeared in my top 15 records I had in my collection, or most valuable stuff. Anyways, like some haven't moved, because I like them so much, and a lot of them, matter of fact, have come in. So yeah, so this is like a 20 top 25 video, and yeah, that's it. So starting off strong. Here's Wizard. My gosh, this is such a beautiful album. I mean, this is one of those records that keep getting a spin on my turntable, and I'm really serious. Like, they have such cool songs. I mean, the first one comes up as Freedom. It's like just straight hard and heavy blues, stomping, riffing, like throughout the song. It's just beautiful, but really fuzzy. That's what I like about it. My favorite song on here is though "What Do You Know About Mary," which is like just, it has like this really fuzzy solo in the middle. Like first time I heard that, it just made me go nuts. So yeah, like this is the original copy on PN Records. Yeah, PN Productions on the blue label there. Yeah, like this is out of my mind. Just crazy album. I'm not giving out the values of them just because I didn't quite prepare myself to it. But yeah, like I've checked before on Discogs, and I put them out in an order. Yeah, just like on that collection, and you kind of put on croissant order. Next up is from Bell label records. This is Orangutan. OG copy of this on Bell, that gray Bell label you can see there. This is mind-blowing as well. Like I'm gonna keep continuing saying like all of them are mind-blowing. Let me just get that out of my chest. And the thing is, when I first started to collect obscure stuff, I didn't really know where to go to, right? So I kind of headed up to YouTube and checked up like some random playlists about psych songs and people talking about psych records and all that stuff. And anyways, I got into that YouTube video of like Orangutan, and I didn't know that band at the time, and it was the song If You Leave, which like I couldn't believe how good that was. I mean, I thought at the time I had learned it all and that I knew it all. Like I had no idea about obscure records at all, and the fact that some of them just get like that much of an effect to me. Just crazy. And I believe like this was my first bot. I bought it on eBay like 3 years ago, something like that. Anyways, crazy record. I think I'll hold to it like until someone decides to take it off of me, I guess, but it will keep here for long as time comes. All right, next one. This is on ABC, no, Probe. Yeah, ABC Records and / Probe labels. You can guess it, I guess. It's like a plain white cover with this painting in the middle. This is Morgan by Steve Morgan. Just absolutely crazy artifact right here. Look at this. Just, you see the artwork is really simplistic, but it has something to it. And you can tell like the cover actually sounds like what the music has to give. And that's what like makes these records so crazy. Here you go, on that Probe label. Steve Morgan, absolute nuts guy. And this, it has like, it's not really that heavy, I might say. It is fuzzy, but it's not like, it doesn't have those roar vocals that, for example, you can find on Edgar Broughton Band, but it's like hard, not heavy, but hard, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Anyways, they're like one of these songs, I believe it's Off Dreams, which is the second one there. It reminds me a lot of the 90s era of grunge, and the vocals as well remind me of the Smashing Pumpkins of like all bands. Makes me wonder if the Smashing Pumpkins were aware of this record or not. I mean, that's all conspiracy, right? But you don't know what's going on people's lives, if they like are into obscure stuff or not. That's really interesting. Next one, this needs no introduction at all. I mean, one of the most legendary bands of all times. This is Black Sabbath with their debut on a Vertigo. Legendary band, legendary album, and legendary label, right? Really requested by a lot of people, like a lot of collectors. Here's the inner sleeve. And this is like the true first original pressing, because it has that a Philips record product right below the Vertigo. So yeah, like just the story why I got this, like so interesting. I'm not gonna talk about it right now, but I really got it like in a bundle of records that I bought like what, 2-3 years ago. And I found this Paranoid by Black Sabbath on the original UK Vertigo, and as well as T2. It'll all work out in Boomland, which just amazing. That was an UK OG as well. Just really fantastic albums. Finding all of them for really cheap. I bought like that collection, I bought it for $50, I believe so. So just nuts. Okay, coming up, this is Toad. Yeah, this one I believe it was already in that last most valuable records in my collection video that I did. And yeah, not much of a surprise, right? Because it appeared there as well. But anyways, this is a refresh. So yeah. And yeah, I got two of them. One is going away though. I already find a nice home for it to go to. Both are Swiss OGs on that Alleluia label. Here you can see. And the other one, there you go. Oh, you cannot see there. It's like really cool label, really sought after. A lot of people like seem to have a lot of interest in this one. This is like really heavy as well. It's one of the heaviest you can find in Switzerland, by the way. It has like, according to what Black Sabbath was putting out at the time, this is their most how you can say that, the one you can relate the most to Black Sabbath. So yeah, like I'm so thrilled to have 2 copies, right? One is of course staying. Next one, I don't know if you just saw that or not. Like this is an amazing album, and I'm being truthful about it. Like I was so thrilled to have it, and I believe it was one of the most expensive I've ever bought. So yeah, like this is Randy Olden. It's Population 2. Yeah, so the next up on the album, on the list, sorry about that, is this really legendary album by such an amazing guitarist. I mean, I cannot even put words in my mouth for how amazing this is. This is Randy Olden, Population 2, originally released in 1970 on Orbit Records. And yeah, this is the original with a hole there in the label. It's right there. Anyways, I don't know if a lot of you know about the story of this album, but this one was not supposed to exist. And Randy Olden, the guy, was like just ripped off of this. He didn't get a single penny about it, and I mean, that's really sad, but that's the case that happened to a lot of bands back then, and just like blows my mind how much, like, if this would have been like, if you would have a proper production and promotion about this album, it would be like up there with the likes of Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and so on. And God knows what kind of career path Randy Olden would have taken if things would have turned out good for him. But yeah, that's what we have, and I'm so thrilled to have it in my collection. It was he did some work for Blue Cheer on that new improved second side with Fruit and Icebergs, in which he does his own rendition of this album, and Peace of Mind. That's so crazy. It's such a good album as well. All right, next on the list is this is one I recently acquired though. This is Documents of Captivity by Thunder Pussy. Funny name, no? I thought so when I looked up this band. Yeah, these are the members. Yeah, this is the original copy on MRT Records. You can see the label there. There you go. And yeah, this is like a poem, I believe. Like, intended to be played in a rocky sound, but it came out pretty good, may I say. And I have like the promo sheets with it as well, and some inserts for the lyrics, well, the poem. A really interesting copy. This gets really heavy, and I believe there's flute inside as well, like some member plays flute, which reminds Jethro Tull, specifically on their Aqualung album, which really pleasant, you know, that mixed in with the heavy guitars and bass and drums, just something out of this world. So yeah, and they have like some riffs, really like heavy metal-ish, like metal, you know, brutal how they play. Just quite interesting for the time it released. Time of release, yeah, 1973, so metal wasn't quite the thing yet. So yeah, next up on the list is Euclid with Heavy Equipment. This is really for the fans of Grand Funk Railroad. This is up there. Yep, gotta take that out. Up there. Really interesting album. They have a rendition of Give Me Some Lovin', yeah, by Traffic. That's just like, if you put that volume knob up to 11, 12, it might just like burn itself to the ground, your turntable and amp, might I say, because just that is so fuzzy and so energetic and so just amazing. Check these guys out if you're able. This is the original US on the Amsterdam label, Flying Dutchman. So yeah. Next up on the list, I'll put this right here for the time being. It's straight up Ohio, and another one that people really try to find it in the wild, but not that easy to find, you know. This is Puba, Let Me In, with the great Jim Gustafson, which is here. Yeah, you see, like, it's really a bit, you know, beaten copy, but you know, until I find the next upgrade, I believe this will do the job. And yeah, this is the original on Peppermint. Yeah, Peppermint Records label. Just crazy, man, crazy, smoking hot guitar licks, and Mr. Destroyer has some like funny intro, and enjoy what you have. Is like an acoustic mellow kind of song, but really interesting, and it's kind of the mellower song inside there. Yeah, Mr. Destroyer and Bolin, I quite like the ones you should go for if you want to like check out the record itself. You can do it, of course. Like, those are the highlights for me anyways. So yeah, coming up next, this is the Norman Haynes Band, Den of Iniquity. This is the original French pressing on the Odeon label. Yeah, on the Odeon label, which is a misprint as well, by the way. Here it says when I came down, and it's supposed to be written when I calm down. Just like some bull crap that people give importance to. Like, who cares, right? It's just, if the song is good, if the artwork is cool, like, that's how it's supposed to be. So yeah, like, crazy good record. The highlight of this album would be the title track, Den of Iniquity, but you get like Everything You See, Mr. Armageddon, that's a cool one as well. Next one, all right, here we are going again to Switzerland, and this is an album, I got it like a long time ago, and it's really trippy, let's say that. This is Cardillac, Swiss original pressing. It's like signed by some members. Yeah, these are the members, by the way. They're a typical early 70s rock music band, right? Yeah, this is on that DBR label. Oop. 1971. Really, there's a lot of Hammond organ there. It's like mostly lead that way, but you can hear some good guitar parts as well. And the guy has some rough vocals as well. That's kind of cool as well. But yeah, that's one of them. Next up on the list, just so good. This is Zior, Every Inch a Man. Yeah, like, so interesting to have this in my collection. I cannot grasp words for that, right? This is the original German pressing on Intercord, the pink label there. You know, Zior reminds me a lot of Steppenwolf, mainly for their song here. The Chicago Spine reminds me a lot of Steppenwolf for some reason, you know, specifically that Born to Be Wild song they have. You know, really thunderous riffing and really interesting album. They have like, I believe they spread like some word of the occult or something in here, because the entrance of the devil has like some screaming, I believe that song is, and strange kind of magic. That's really good psychedelic song there. Angel of the Highway, I like that song a lot as well. But yeah, Zior, Every Inch a Man, check these guys out. Really cool album, really cool band. They have another album as well, which is prior to this, I believe, but not as good as this one. This one is like harder to get. So yeah, next up on the list, going again to Switzerland, and these guys, they are like 60, 70 kilometers away from here. I don't know how much that is in miles, but yeah, I was unaware of this record because simply for the fact like you're gonna get to know all of them, right? But yeah, this is Spot. They are from a town called Lausanne, and this is like, you put it aside Led Zeppelin, these guys sound really alike, and with the vocals sometimes remind me of the ones of Ozzy, the likes of Ozzy, as well as Robert Plant, but not so much. It's more of the style, the kind of style they play reminds me a lot of Led Zeppelin, but yeah, mixed up with some Ozzy style vocals. But yeah, you know, these ones, you see how sharp that is? Like the edge of the vinyl. It has completely torn up my, and they all come like this. Mostly interesting to know what happened. Yeah, it absolutely turned like my seam completely open. But anyways, the music plays well, still a beautiful cover, and I really like this record. It's really, a lot of collectors don't give this a chance, and I believe they should, because like it's one of the best sounds you can get from out of Switzerland. This along with Toad, like if you want that bluesy feeling, these you should definitely go for. Next up on the list is Traffic Sound, Virgin. All right, these cats are from Peruvian cats, right? And it's really interesting because, right, I believe I live in Switzerland, so to have this here is like really uncommon. And of course I bought it online, but yeah, these guys have some killer songs here. It's a bit of a weird album because it has a bit of everything. It has jazzy bits, it has proggy bits, and it has heavier tunes such as Mescalina, which is really good song, really energetic song with a lot of wah-wahs and fuzz. And Yellow Cedar is a good one as well. And yeah, you know, this one opens from this side, which is a bit weird. You know, you want to take out the album. But yeah, this is the original version of Peruvian from on that mag label. They have as well like another version with a orange logo on it. But yeah, gonna put that there for a while. Next up on the list, this is 2066 and then Krautrock. proggy album with really interesting way of playing this guy had. You know, the guitars here on the Reflections of the Future, which is one of their songs. It really reminds a lot of the metal years, and this is 1971, I believe, 1972. It doesn't say here, but yeah, I believe it's 1972. Germany is like out of this world kind of song and kind of way they play and everything. Funnily enough, the one I like the most is Burger King. Really interesting song they have there. So yeah, that's for 2066 and then. Okay, so this is really interesting because I've never seen this anywhere. When I got this, I was absolutely stunned to see it, and this is Night Sun with their album Morning, but this is not like your random Morning album version. This is a advanced promo, you know, with all the paperwork, some sticker there, and the album, you know, white label promo. But you know, sadly it doesn't come with the original art cover, which is a bit sad because it's like really cool art cover. But yeah, like to have an original advanced promo, that's really, I need to feel lucky I have it, right? Because what are the odds to come across that? But yeah, really, that song, they have a song there which is gosh, cannot remember now, but Got Up On My Own. That's really, just check that out and you'll tell by yourself, you know. So yeah, next up on the list, this is hard to get, this one. Speed, Glue, and Chinky. Yep, Chinky Chen. Another one I absolutely love. And it's the original Japanese version here on Atlantic. Sadly, it didn't come with any, you know, the OB strip or any inserts. So I kind of had to adapt with buying a newer version and, you know, putting them together just for myself, just like so yeah, like this is really stoned vocals, stone guitars, stone drumming, just out of this world. Mr. Walking Drugstore Man, Big-Headed Woman, Stoned Out of My Mind. That's my favorite, Stoned Out of My Mind, just for the fact that the guitar reminds me a lot of Jimmy Page, and just really good, you know, really good. So yeah, like if you don't know, Chinky Chen is one of the best guitarists to come out of the land of the rising sun, right? That is Japan. Check that out, come on guys, if you don't know it already. All right, now we are going to Australia with this Cavas Judy, or I don't know how to pronounce that. I believe it's Cavas Jude, with Wide Open. This is their album from 1971. This isn't as hard and heavy as some that I've shown here are. This is more of you know, like a Grateful Dead kind of sound mixed up with some bit of Free. But yeah, like if you listen to it in listen to the whole album, and then you put yourself like sitting in a couch listening to it, drinking some, I don't know, drinking some beer or doing something else, and you're just enjoying your evening. This is absolutely like a summer record. you know, like this summer afternoon kind of records. This is one you should listen to. And yeah, it has really a bit of everything. It has the folksy side, which is like good. It has the heavier side on the Parade of Fools. For example, She's So Hard to Shake, and Odyssey. I love Odyssey as well. I mean, just specific records for a specific time of the year. Just, you know, sometimes there are records like that. Don't ask me why. Just I like to listen to it in summer. I mean, I listen to it all year, right? But yeah, it's harder in summer, which is interesting. Next up on the list, coming to an end. This is the Scottish, The Human Beast, Volume 1. And yeah, this is on the Decca label. Sadly, it's not the original UK version. It's the German one on that red like Decca label. As you can see here, it's like near mint, really shiny and pristine copy. Yeah, like this is more of a um, freak out album than anything else. It's like if you know that album Dark around the edges. This sits a bit like more into that vibe, you know, with Mystic Man, with that wah wah, really good. Appearance is everything, style is a way of living. I absolutely love that song. I went through, when I learned about this album, I went through all year listening to some of these songs, and they really stick with me, you know. I spend a lot of my time going to job and out of job and in job, you know. So Spotify takes a lot of my time. So it's great that this is on Spotify. So maybe someday as well. I absolutely love that song. Um, really good addition to my collection, and I feel this one is not going anywhere. Just and that artwork, look at that. Really specific and trippy. Yeah, right. All right. Coming in as the next one, I don't have any numbers, so let's say the next. And yeah, almost coming to an end. This is again from Switzerland. This is a Pacific Sound with Forget Your Dream. Forget your dream, my friend. This is the band members, and really out there album, you know, on the Splendid Records. Lovely copy. All of these are originals, if you didn't know. Like some of them I didn't even bother to put them out or do anything, but yeah, all of them are original. This specific sound is up there in the thousands nowadays. And yeah, I got this like really early when I started to collect music. You know, I was collecting your mainstream random stuff, such as, you know, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Herb Alpert, Tijuana Brass, or whatever, you know. And yeah, I come across this. I looked at the cover. It looked pretty cool, and it was in some auction, you know, like eBay. And yeah, I managed to grab it. I was like, that's so stoked to have it because, you know, it's really. I looked up on Discogs, of course, and I didn't know this was like up there in its value, but well, I guess it's in my collection and it's not going anywhere, right? So yeah, like these cats, they were really influenced by Led Zeppelin, and specifically Deep Purple, because Deep Purple came to Switzerland to play on that Montreux Jazz Festival, I believe so, 1971, 1972 anyways. And yeah, like it really influenced the people here, and these guys just like kind of started the band by their own, and they played some gigs live, and they got a contract with the Splendid Records label. They put this out. Of course, it didn't have as much experience as Deep Purple, but hey, for the price is going, you know. All right, next up, last but not least, I mean, I got this recently as well, and I don't know what to do about it, just because of how good it is and just because of how much it goes for. This is the Monster movie original on that green, what it is, Music Factory label. Yeah, I checked everything. I checked the matrix, the runouts, everything. I mean, it is an OG. It is original press, and you can see there. But yeah, like, this album just straight up tells the story of like the beginning of Ken and how much of a legendary band they would become, and just really good, really experimental as well. That Mary Mary So Contrary, that's a lovely song. That's really, it hit my heart like so deep. And yeah, the second side like takes a whole song. That's You Do Right, one of the most experimental songs back then. And yeah, really love that record, but I don't know what to do it. Like, what I would do, I would probably possibly trade it in a trade with some Fraction Moonblood, like some Stonewall, or some, you know, those kind of records. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Stay focused on the channel. I might be back. I have a feeling I have a lot of ideas of continuing to do videos. That is, and yeah, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I mean, we're just here to have a good talk, right? And I love to share about the records that I have, and you know, just drop a comment as well if you have any comments about it. I always love to hear your stories about it and what you think of the collection, what you have as well. Like, I'm eager to know what you guys have in your collections. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. All links will be down in the description below. And yeah, see you soon.